The Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has reiterated the presidency of Fecafoot is handled by Seydou Mbonjoya pending election on December 11, 2021. The information is contained in a press release issued Wednesday, November 3, 2021, in which he warned all those who claim to be the only legitimate leaders of the Cameroon Football Federation through provisional executive committee set up by former members of the federation claiming to be from the 2009 General Assembly. Cameroon's Minister of Transport Jean-Ernest Ngalema Senabibei has kick-started a 6-day working visit to some parts of the country in order to assess their readiness for the Africa Cup of Nations. In a press release signed in November 2 by the minister, he spelled out that the tour is on the high instructions of the heads of state. He will be assessing the Yaoundé-Simaleng Airport, the Douala International Airport, Gara and Bafoussam Mungum Airport. The minister's visit comes after that of the Minister of State, Secretary General at the Presidency, Ferdinand Gongo, for same purpose. Leaders and stakeholders of the Southern Cameroons met for a high-level leadership retreat held from October 29 to November 1 to reiterate their firm determination to ensure that the aspirations of the people of the Southern Cameroons are realized through dialogue and internationally mediated negotiations that address the root causes. They stressed on improving dialogue and collaboration within the leadership of the struggle, safeguarding education, access for humanitarian aid and human rights, guiding principles for negotiation, and a framework for international mediation. On to something else, authorities have arrested some students of Elik Esono Government High School in the Central Region with drugs. Reports say it is after a search orchestrated in the school yesterday, November 3, that the National Gendarmerie found these drugs and orders for these students. The new senior divisional officer for the JRM division, Etienne Ludovic, has officially been installed in office. The ceremony took place at the Tibati Festival grounds under the chairmanship of the governor of the Adamawa region, Kildadi Tekege. An insight of the ceremony with our reporter, Joy Ngong.
The people of the JRM division in the Adamawa region have welcomed their new senior divisional officer. The first steps towards the development of the division following a presidential decree on October 15, 2021 by Etienne Ludovic, former Secretary General at the Adamawa Regional Governor's Office, replaces Jana Yakuba, who has been called to other duties. The handover ceremony, chaired by the Adamawa Regional Governor, took place at the Tibati Ceremonial Ground in the presence of other administrative authorities and invitees. The Adamawa Regional Governor, who made several recommendations to the newly appointed senior divisional officer. I would love him to handle essential problems, be it social, political or economic. Socially speaking, he must continue bringing people together. Ex-student of the National School of Administration and Magistracy, the 49-year-old civil administrator must equally rely on his professional experience to better exercise his administrative functions in the division. Before his appointment as senior divisional officer for JRM, Ngba Etienne Ludovic has served in several administrative posts, including first assistant senior divisional officer and regional secretary general in the Adamawa, West, Far North, South and Littoral regions. With his recent appointment, the population hopes for the continuation of ongoing projects. He came and met ongoing project constructions in several parts of the town. The outgoing senior divisional officer had begun these works before being
fine-tune strategies to improve on their work to better serve the population in Dimbetu municipality. Speaking during the working session, Ashu Sinke John Paul charged the council's officials to bear in mind that the state's desire for all citizens to be legally declared existent is in line with Section 17 of the 1982 Ordinance as amended by the 2011 law on the free issuance of birth certificates within a given period of time. According to the regional chief of BUNEC, statistics from the Limbe 2 Council doesn't present a good picture of the Limbe 2 population with respect to the civil status registration, as a good number of persons are living in the municipality without birth certificates.
It is not easy, the gap between those who are born and those who are declared. The population of Limbe 2 was already aware of some of these procedures. Some of them were filling up, but now we have some other people who have moved from other areas to come into Limbe 2, but they do not know these procedures that are enforced. Therefore, we have come to let the women, and that is why we choose today a maternity day that brings together all these women who might be needing this information.
Ashusinka John Paul equally called on the civil status registrar to be diligent with financial transactions with respect to the civil status registration, as it is the most used service in the council. BUNEC donated civil status booklet and other gadget to boost work at the civil status registry in Limbe 2 Council. On behalf of the Limbe 2 Council, Mayor Pai Ephraim thanked BUNEC for extending a helping hand and promised to caution the civil status registrar to work hard to forward statistics to BUNEC on time.
We are actually here to match our words with action. The mayor of Limbe 2 Council, we realized that we had many children who needed to have access to these very vital documents, notably the birth certificates. And these children are the children who fall between the ages of 1 to 90 days. We therefore came to be able to let them understand the importance of birth certificate firstly, to also be able to tell them the deadlines in the acquisition of these documents.
Both teams later moved to the Batoke Integrated Health Center, where they schooled pregnant women and nursing mothers on the importance of acquiring birth certificates, as well as instant issuance of birth certificates to some babies who were less than 90 days. Another public sensitization took place at the Isokolo Mokindi market.
Workers of a French company, Bolloré, are today still protesting, demanding payment of legal rights and work certificates. They started the protest yesterday, November 3. Details with Font Quinta.
Workers of Bolloré Group this 3rd day of November 2021 staged a protest action at their headquarters in Douala, Cameroon, demanding payment of legal rights and for them to receive their certificate of work.
Our rights, that we should pay our rights, legal rights, give our work certificate, end of contract, is work certificate, end of contract. So that's why we are here.
These legal rights, how much are we looking at?
No, we are not looking at a certain amount. The fact is that the legal rights are known, and they know as they can calculate them. You understand?
According to the disgruntled workers, their contract with the group ended in 2019, but they are yet to receive certificates indicating an end of contract.
So it's work for